Hello everybody, welcome to the next game in the Washington Nationals replay. This is game 44. Start of a new 3-game series with the Cubs. The 3 games with the Mets all went extra innings and were definitely something to behold. Now we're starting a new 3-game set with the Cubbies here at Nationals Park. And as I like to do when every new series starts, we'll go through the complete roster for the other team, with this time being the Cubs. Only change in the Nationals roster from the last series of this one is that Trey Turner is now back active off the injured list, and Wilmer Defoe was sent down to the minors. Everybody else is the same on the Nationals. For the Cubs, let's look at their bench players, their non-starters for today's game. We have David Bodie, Addison Russell, Mark Zagunis, and Victor Caratini, the backup catcher. In their bullpen, they have 2 left-handers. They have Kyle Ryan, and they have Mike Montgomery, who would later go to Kansas City. They have 5 right-handers. They have Tyler Chatwood, Brad Brock, Carl Edwards, Brandon Kinsler, and Steve Cishek. So those are the bullpen options for Joe Madden in this game, and the bench options. Now let's look at the starting lineups starting lineup for the Cubbies. Leading off and playing left field is Kyle Schwarber. Batting second at third base is Chris Bryant. Batting third at first base is Anthony Rizzo. Batting cleanup at shortstop is Javier Baez. Hitting fifth, doing the catching, Wilson Contreras. Batting sixth, playing second base, Daniel Descalso. Batting seventh in right field, Jason Hayward. Batting eighth in center field is Albert Almora, or Almora Jr., I guess it's technically called. And Cole Hamels will be doing the pitching for the Cubbies in this one. And the pitching matchup for today's game, it is Cole Hamels against Max Scherzer. In the first game of the series, game 2 of the series, John Lester faces Steven Strasburg. And the final game of the series, it'll be Kyle Hendricks taking on Jeremy Hellickson. And then after this 3-game series is over, the Nationals will hit the road up north to Citi Field to rekindle again the Mets and play another game against the Mets. They played all these games against the Mets and have not yet faced the Braves, just the way the quirky schedule worked. We'll be getting a lot of the Braves later on in the season. All right, so let's take a look at the standings as of the start of this game. Washington is in first place, 26-17. Atlanta and New York are both tied, 3.5 back, 23-21 for Atlanta, 22-20 for the Mets. The Phillies are 4 games back, 22-21, and Miami's bringing up the rear, 10.5 games back, 15-26. Defensively for the Nationals, Soto's in left, Taylor is in center, Robles is in right, so we're giving Adam Eaton the day off against the left-hander. Rendon's at third, Trey Turner's at short, Dozier's at second, Kendrick's at first, Suzuki behind the plate, and Max Scherzer is on the mound. So Max Scherzer will be finishing up the warm-up tosses. And I may need to raise this up just a hair so I can fit more of the sheet in there. So let's see about doing that. Give myself a little more room so we can fit the whole scoreboard in there once the pitchers and batters are set aside. Tray all fits. Okay, we're ready to go. Kyle Schwarber will be coming up to the plate. And on the replay, Kyle Schwarber is hitting a lowly 176. He does have 5 homers and 15 driven in. I do again have the game on the computer, Strat computer, so I will be typing in the results as they come up. That way I'll have all the stats for the bench players and bullpen players that I can present as well. Before we get going, look at Scherzer's season stats. He's 6-3 with a 2.08 ERA, 65 innings pitched, 52 hits, 16 runs, 15 earned, 13 walks, and 90 strikeouts. So quite the season for Scherzer, although the win-loss record could probably be better if the bullpen hadn't blown some games and the offense gave him a little more support. Alrighty. We are ready to go. Max Scherzer to Kyle Schwarber. 3-6 strikeout plus. Got him. Right off the bat. Scherzer with the K. Schwarber is out of there. That brings up Chris Bryant. He's hitting .288, 11 homers, 29 driven in. 5-5, and that's the ballpark card. We're going to Nationals Park. 1-3, that's a blank. So right away we're in the rare play section. So we go to the rare play section with the bases empty and 1 out. So rare play with the bases empty. Roll the 2d6s, add them up. Whoops, the white die did not go through. Let's try it again. That's going to be a 6. Okay, so we come down here, rare play empty, number 6, and no outs. Chopper down the third base line. Third baseman backhands the ball cleanly, but his throw to first is wide of the mark. Roll 1 die against the first baseman's defensive rating. In our game, that's going to be his range rating. So that would be Kendrick. And basically, if he passes the range check, he'll corral that throw, and there won't be an error. But if he cannot, then it will be an error. All right, so basically we're doing this as a range play of the first baseman on a possible error of a throw. It's kind of what this is equivalent to in the inside pitch game. It's just like an error on a throw. But instead of checking the third baseman's error, Rendon, we are checking the range of Kendrick, who is a 3. And he can't get to it. Now, let's see if Chris Bryant, who is a 4, I'm sorry, he's a 5, so if this is a 4 or less, he will make it to second base for a 2-base error. And he does. So Chris Bryant will go to second on the E. It is going to be an error charge to Rendon because the rare play says charge at E3 if the situation fails. So E3, or E5 rather, on the third baseman Rendon. So a 2-base error on Rendon, and that's going to set up the Cubs with a runner in scoring position. 1 out for Anthony Rizzo, hitting .331, 8 homers, 27 driven in. No strategy roll needed. 6-6 strikeout plus to a righty, but Rizzo's a lefty, so Rizzo will get the swing. 2-5, and he flies to right for 2 down. Question is, can Bryant move up to third? Bryant runs, like I said, as a 5. Robles is a -1, makes it a 4. So 1 to 4, he makes it. The only way he's out is a 6-6. It's a 1, so he does make it to third base. So Bryant will get to third base on the fly out. As Robles, the right fielder, makes the catch. 2 down now for Javier Baez, or Javi Baez. No strategy roll to worry about. Scherzer to Baez. 2-2 strikeout chance. Got him. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and a man left. And at the end of half an inning, it is Chicago nothing, and the Nationals coming to bat. Cole Hamels will be the starting pitcher for the Cubbies. And let's take a look at his numbers for the season in the replay. These are all from Stratomatic. And that's going to show up as 5-1 with a 2.39 ERA, 49 hits, 49 innings, 35 hits, 16 runs, 13 earned, 15 walks, and 41 strikeouts. For the Nationals, Turner leads off at short, Robles in right, Rendon at third, Kendrick at first, Soto in left, Suzuki catching, Dozier at second, Taylor in center, and Scherzer on the mound. For the Cubbies defensively, Schwarber's in left, Almora is in center, Hayward is in right, Bryant at third, Baez at short, Descalso at second, Rizzo at first, Contreras catching the offerings of Cole Hamels. So we are now ready. Trey Turner gets his first at bat. since coming off the injured list. This will be his first inside pitch at bat because the first 10 or so games played this on Stratomatic. And then Trey Turner got hurt. So I believe this is his first at bat on the inside pitch. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Anyway, in limited duty, he's hitting .412 on the season. He's only had 17 at bats, but he is hitting .412. No homers and 3 driven in. Cole Hamels, the lefty, delivering to Turner. 3-1, hit by pitch. He's a 4. 0 there. That's a 5, so it just misses him. So kind of brushed him back a little bit. Says, welcome back from the injured list. And now Turner will get to swing. 1-3, and he flies to right field where Hayward puts it away. 1 down. That'll bring up Victor Robles. He's hitting .195, 3 homers, 18 driven in. 5-3, that's a possible error. Go to Robles. 6-5, that's a fly to center. That's a 1. So Almora's only a 3, and since this is odd, it will be an error on Almora. So now let's take a look at the failed error check on a fly ball to center. Failed error check. It says roll 1d6 versus the base running rating. If less than or equal to the rate, the runner advances 2 bases. So Robles is a 4. If we roll a 4 or less, he will get a 2 base error out of this. A 5 or a 6, it's only a 1 base error. So it's a 2 base error. So each team now with a 2 base error, this one is on the center fielder Almora. So each team with a 2 base error here in the first inning. Go figure. All right, Cole Hamels now will have to regroup after that, facing Anthony Rendon, the red-hot Rendon. He's hitting .302, 7 homers and 19 driven in. Strategy roll for Hamels pickoff. Nothing happening. Rendon. Hamels 1-2, strikeout chance 19's too much. We go to Rendon. 3-6, and he's going to line it to short. This could be a double play. So if we check the line drive to short with a runner at second, runner on second, a line drive to short, a 2 or a 3. Either one, a 2 or a 3 means a double play. And it's a 2, so he doubled Robles off for a double play. Sick liner to short, and then he's just going to run across the bag and step on it and beat Robles back to the bag. So liner to short and a 6 unassisted double play. How do you like that? Double play ends the inning on that hard liner, and Robles really was in no man's land and had no chance to get back. So we're going to the top of the second, no score for the Nationals. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and nobody left. Top of the second, and it will be Wilson Contreras, the catcher, starting things off for the Cubbies. Followed by Descalso and Hayward. Contreras hitting .296, 11 homers, 34 driven in. 3-4, and that's a potential strikeout plus. So he got him. Nothing potential about it. That was a strikeout plus. So strikeout number 3 for Scherzer already to add to his season total. Brings up Descalso, hitting .196, no homers or runs driven in. Scherzer 2-3. It's a range play. We go to Descalso. 5-5. That's a ground ball to second. The range of Dozier is only a 2. See if Dozier can get to it. He does. So Dozier makes the play. 2 down. Tough play, but Dozier extended himself and made the play. 2 up and 2 down now for Jason Hayward, the right fielder. He's hitting .239, 4 homers, 20 driven in. 1-4 is a range play at Nationals Park. 4-4, that's a home run to the pull side. He's a 10, that's a 20. That's a failed home run check. It would normally be a fly out, but since it's a range check, we are going to do it to see if it's a failed range play. A failed range play would result in a double. The pull side is the right fielder. In this case, that's Robles. He is a 4. So a 5 or a 6, this will fall for a double. Anything else 1-4, Robles catches it. And Robles makes the play. So Robles made a nice, tough play there to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down for the Cubbies. And we go to the bottom of the second, no score. And due up for the Nationals, it'll be Kendrick Soto and Suzuki. Nationals have all right-handers in the lineup except for Juan Soto. He's the only lefty that's in there. Kendrick now hitting .291, 10 homers, 30 driven in. 6-3, that's a ball 1 from Hamels. 2-1, strikeout chance, 15, way too high for that. Kendrick gets the swing. 2-3, he's going to single to right field. So Kendrick, first hit of the game for either side. And let's see if he can get a jump. He's attempt of 1. He cannot. So Kendrick will stand pat. And that brings up Soto. He's hitting .291, 10 homers, 30 driven in. 4-3, and that is a strikeout chance, and a 3 is definitely going to be a strikeout. So 1 away as Soto goes down swinging. That'll take us to Kurt Suzuki, hitting .333, 4 homers and 15 driven in. Check strategy roll, nothing happening. Hamels 2-6, he's not tired, so there's no single. Suzuki 5-6, and that's a question mark 7 against the lefty. It goes to 12, but that's a 15, so it's simply a fly to left. 4 out, number 2. 2 down, and that's going to send us to Brian Dozier, hitting .246, 5 homers and 13 driven in. Strategy check, nothing happening. Hamels 6-1, possible error on a ground ball. Go to Dozier. 3-6, star 5, that's a ground ball to short. Baez is a 7 for his error rating, but that's a 17, way too high to be an error. And Baez will just simply make the play to end the inning. So 2 innings are in the books, and the Nationals get nothing. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the third, no score from Nats Park. Game 1 of a 3-game set with the Cubs. Scherzer back out. We'll be facing Almora, Hamels, and then Schwarber. Almora's hitting .231, 4 homers and 13 driven in. 6-6. Strikeout plus, that would cause this to be a 17. That's a 9, so it falls well within the strikeout range, and Scherzer racks up another one. 4th strikeout for Scherzer. Here's Hamels. 5-1. That's a potential walk plus. Because he's a lefty, it's a walk plus chance. That's a 2, but the plus makes it a 12. So that will be a walk. He walks the pitcher, Hamels. Not what Scherzer was looking for there, to walk Hamels. With 1 out, Hamels is aboard. And here's Schwarber. 5-5, that's the ballpark card. We're going to Nationals Park once again. That's a 3-6. It's a grounder in front of the plate. Let's see if this could be a double play, perhaps. Schwarber's double play rating's a 2, but that's a -1, makes it a 1. They're halfway, makes it a 2. And there's 0 on the pivot. So a 1 to 2 for a double play. And it is a double play. How about that? Nice play for Suzuki. It's going to go 2-6-3. Double play is Turner right in the middle of turning all that. And for the Cubs, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. So an interesting 2 to 6 to 3 double play. Don't see those happen very often. And we go to the bottom of the third, still no score. It will be Michael Taylor to lead it off for the Nationals against Cole Hamels, followed by Scherzer and Turner. And Scherzer actually got a couple of pinch hitting appearances in the Mets series because the Nationals ran out of players. And he got a couple of hits out of it, so definitely no slouch with the bat. Here's Taylor. He is a slouch with the bat. 146, no homers or runs driven in. Hamels 3-1's a hit by pitch, but that's not going to happen. to Taylor, 5-4, and he lines it hard, but right to Mr. Baez for out number 1. One down, and that's going to send up Max Scherzer. Hamels 2-6, and is not tired, so we'll go to Scherzer's card. 1-2, he's going to ground it to third. Chris Bryant takes care of it, 2 down. 2 up and 2 down, and back to Trey Turner. He flied to right his first chance. Hamels 6-5, range play. We go to Turner's card for a range check. 2-2 is a question mark 8, so we settled his first and then the range. So question mark 8 against a left-hander 1-13. That is a 13, so that's going to be a double, but it's a range check on a double to center. So this turns into a double to center, but it's a range check. If it wasn't for a range check, it'd be a straight double to center. But since we have a range check, it's a double to center range check. Almora is a 2. A 1-2, he fields it. Anything higher than that, it stays a double. And he takes the double away from Turner. Boy, Trey Turner coming back from injury, can't catch a break. Thought he had an extra base hit, but it was not to be on that fly out to center field as Almora ran it down. And Turner will have to wait for his next at bat to get a chance to break into the hit column since returning from injury. Top of the 4th we go, no score. Anthony Rizzo is your batter. Actually, not Rizzo, it's Bryant, my bad. Bryant is the batter. I moved 2 cards at once and didn't mean to. So Bryant is the batter to lead it off. He reached on a 2-base error by Scherzer his first time. 2-4, and that's double question mark. It's a right-hander. 1-2 is a single, but 10 is clearly out of range. Easy for me to say. Bryant gets the swing, 5-6, and he grounds to second. Dozier makes the easy play, 1 down. And we move on to Anthony Rizzo. Scherzer to Rizzo. 2-6, strikeout chance, but 11 is too much. Rizzo gets the swing. 2-4, he's going to ground it to first. Kendrick takes it to the bag himself. 2 up and 2 down for Javi Baez. Scherzer 5-1. Walk plus to a lefty, but blank to the right-hander. Baez swings 5-2. He's going to single to right field. First base hit of the game for the Cubbies comes from Javi Baez. He's got an attempt of 3 to see if he can steal second. And no attempt. It's going to bring up Wilson Contreras. Scherzer 1-5, and that's a split chance against a right-hander. It's a walk possibility, but that's a 20, so no walk. Contreras will swing 6-5, and he's going to single to right field. So a good chance for Baez to go to third base. Single to right, you add 2 to the base running rating. Baez is already a 5, he becomes a 7. And there's 2 outs, makes him an 8. -1 from Robles, only a 7, so no throw, as Baez will easily take third base. So runners are at the corners with 2 down. And first real offensive threat of the game, and it's Descalso at the plate, but Contreras does have an attempt of 1. So we'll roll for that, but nothing's happening. So it's up to Descalso to get it done. He grounded to second his first time up. Scherzer 3-3, and that is a strikeout plus, and he got him to end the inning. So when Scherzer gets in trouble, he falls back on the strikeout pitch to take care of things. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still no score from Nationals Park. An old-fashioned pitching duel between Cole Hamels and Max Scherzer, which the way these guys have been pitching this year, it is not a surprise. All right, so Victor Robles is going to lead things off. He reached on a 2-base error his first time up, and then got doubled off on a liner to short. Hamels 1-6 strikeout chance. He's got him. 1 down. So Robles is retired. Brings up Anthony Rendon. He hit into said double play. 2-5. That's a straight up home run chance. Against a lefty, he's a 14. That's a 14. Anthony Rendon has gone deep. Home run number 8, RBI number 20. And the Nationals grab a 1-0 lead. Straight up home run chance on Cole Hamels' card. On that 2-5 against lefties, Rendon's a 14. That's a 14. Ballpark doesn't change it. So home run for Rendon. Nationals jump out to a 1-0 lead. Here's Kendrick. 2-3. Double question mark. 1-7 is a single, but that's a 13. So Kendrick gets the swing. 5-6, and he's going to single to right field. Kendrick is 2 for 2. And he's got an attempt of 1, but nothing's happening. So now we go to Soto. He struck out his first chance. Trying to do a little bit better this time. Hamels 3-6. Strikeout chance again, but 16 is too much. Soto swings. 5-6. He's going to pop it up to first, and Rizzo is right there. 2 away. And it's going to be up to Mr. Suzuki to get it done. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Hamels 4-2. That's a walk plus chance to a right-hander. He walks at a 5. The plus makes it a 15. Stadium makes it a 16. That's a 1, so it's an obvious walk to Suzuki. And that will put 2 on with 2 down. And now Brian Dozier has a chance to step up. See what he can do. Strategy rolled again for Hamels. Nothing happening. Hamels to Dozier. 1-1 strikeout chance, but 19's too high. Dozier 5-5. He's going to single past third, but it's tough to score on S5. You've got to have a 5 base running rating to score from second. Kendrick runs at a 3 with 2 outs. He's only a 4, so he has to hold. So it's going to fill the bases as Bryant got enough of it to keep the ball close by that nobody could score. Bases are loaded, 2 down for Michael Taylor. Nothing on the strat roll. Taylor lined to short his first trip. Hamels 1-2 strikeout chance, and he got him. So Hamels gets out of it with a strikeout. But the Nationals break through on a Rendon homer. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors, and they left them loaded. That could come back to bite them. After 4, it's Washington 1 and the Cubs nothing. But again, Nationals sent 7 to the plate and left them loaded. Only came away with the 1 run. So in a close game, that can come back to work against them. But we shall see. Top of the 5th we go. It'll be Jason Hayward, Almora, and Hamels. Bottom of the order for the Cubbies against Mr. Scherzer. Hayward flew to right his first chance. 6-5 is a home run question mark. 1-18, that passes. So Hayward gets to roll for a home run that would tie the game. 1-10, we got to tie a game. 14, though, is not going to do it. So he's not out. He doesn't get the home run. So he does get the swing on his own, though. 2-3, and he's going to single past first base. So no home run, but it is a leadoff single for Hayward. He's got an attempt of 1. He can get a jump. He cannot. So Hayward is at first base but can't get a jump. And here's Almora. Almora struck out his first chance. 6-2 is the ballpark card. We're going to Nationals Park. 3-4, and that's a ground ball to short. Could be a double play. He's a 2, but that's a -1, makes it a 1. And then a halfway makes it a 2. So 1-2 is a double play. Nope, 4. And let's see, that does beat Hayward. Hayward is a 4, but he loses 1 because of the infield being halfway, makes him a 3. So that means it will be a fielder's choice. 6-4 with Almora, the new runner at first base. So Almora has a chance to get a jump. He's a 1, but he can't get a jump. And now that's Cole Hamels' turn. He's an excellent bunter, not a very good hitter, but an excellent bunter. So he's going to try to bunt Almora into scoring position and let Schwarber try to do something for him. So the first play is potential bunt, but we'll let Scherzer pitch first. 4-5, and that's a strikeout chance. When you bunt, your strikeouts go down in half, so he's a 7. That's a 5. He's still going to strike out. So Cole Hamels strikes out trying to bunt. So even though you take half that away for bunting, the low number there still fits for the strikeout, and Cole Hamels fouls off the third strike. That's why I put, it looks like a bunch of mess here, but that's really KB is what I'm writing here to tell me they struck out trying to bunt. That's just all that means, to be simplified and not be too sophisticated on that. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Schwarber hitting to the double play last time. 3-3 is a strikeout plus, and he got him. So Schwarber's had a bad day. 2 strikeouts and grounded into a double play. The inning is over. Cubs get a hit, but nothing else. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 1-0 Nats. And Max Scherzer will lead it off for the Nationals. He is up, grounded to third base his first trip. Hamels 4-3 is a strikeout chance. 17 got him. So Scherzer's out on strikes. He's a good hitting pitcher, but he's still a pitcher, so can't lose sight of that fact. Here's Trey Turner. He's 0-2. It was robbed of a double his last time up by Almora. 4-3 is a strikeout chance. 13 is too much, so Turner gets to swing. 6-2, he's going to fly to left. Put away by Schwarber, 2 down. That's going to bring up Victor Robles with 2 outs and the bases empty. 1-1 is a strikeout chance, and he got him. So Robles strikes out once again to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Nationals in the 5th. We go to the 6th. It's still 1-0 Washington here at the pitching duel at Nationals Park between Cole Hamels and Max Scherzer. Scherzer will come back out, and he will be facing Bryant, Rizzo, and Baez, heart of the order for the Cubs. Bryant, Rizzo, and Baez. Scherzer 5-2 against a right-hander that's blank. Bryant 1-3, he flies to left. Soto's got it, 1 away. Brings up Rizzo. And 4-4 is ball 1. 4-6, possible error. Check Rizzo's card for an error. That's a 3-3, which is a single past first. Kendrick's only a 2, that's an 8, so no error on the play, but it will be a base hit. Base hit for Rizzo. His first base hit of the game. He's got an attempt of 1 as well, so he can get a jump. And he cannot. So Rizzo is aboard for Javi Baez. Baez singled his last time up. Scherzer 3-4. That's a strikeout plus, and the plus makes that a 22, so even though that's a 20, it will be a strikeout. Big strikeout there for Scherzer to get a good hitter in Baez. So there's 2 downs up to Wilson Contreras if the Cubs are going to do anything. Strategy roll. That's a 1, so Rizzo does get the jump. Remember, he was a jump of 1, and he got it. So now he's going to try to steal. He's a 14. Scherzer's a +1, makes it a 15. Suzuki's a +2, makes it a 17. 1-17, he steals it. And he does. So Anthony Rizzo, a stolen base, gets himself into scoring position. He is in scoring position. Rizzo stole 5 bases on the season, so it's not like he can't steal a base. He's certainly capable. And now he's in scoring position for Wilson Contreras. All it will really take is a single. Strategy roll. Don't know why I was doing a strategy roll again. Didn't really have to. Here's Scherzer. 1-1. Possible error on a ground ball. Contreras. 2-5. That's a ground ball to second, but that's a 20, so there's no error on that. Dozier's only a 3. And Dozier makes the play easily. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 1-0 favor of the Nationals. And Hamels will come back out. He's pitching well, but just not getting any run support. He made 1 mistake, and that was to Rendon, his last at bat. And Rendon is back up again. Homered his last trip up for the only run of the game. Hamels to Rendon, 5-3. That's possible error. Go to Rendon. 2-5. That's a double to right field. Hayward's a 3. That's an 11. No error, but it will be a double, and Rendon continues his hot hitting. Yet another base hit for Rendon. Leadoff double. That brings up Kendrick. Rolled for a pickoff. Nothing happening. Here's Kendrick. 4-5, and that's a walk plus chance. Kendrick will draw the base on balls. He's reached base all 3 times. It does set up a double play, but you're also putting 2 guys on with nobody out for Juan Soto. Dangerous position to put yourself in. Pickoff chance, and it would be at second base. But there's no pickoff. Hamels to Soto. Lefty on lefty. 2-4, that's a strikeout chance, and Soto's only an 8 against a lefty, so that fails. Soto will swing. 1-4, he's going to fly to left, and that's out number 1. No chance to advance on a fly to left. No chance to go to third base on that. So there's 1 away for Kurt Suzuki. Strategy rolled again. Nothing happening. Hamels 1-3, strikeout chance, and he got him. That's 2 down. So Cole Hamels trying to work his way out of this. He's 2/3 of the way there. Just has to get by Brian Dozier. Strategy rolled again. Nothing happening. Hamels to Dozier. 5-1. Strikeout chance is too much. Go to Dozier. 5-6. That's a base hit. Single pass short. That may score Rendon. We'll see. To score on S6, you need a 3 or better. Rendon is a 3, so he will score. 2-0 Nationals on the RBI single by Dozier. Let's check Kendrick. Can he get to third? You need a 5. Kendrick runs at a 3. There are 2 outs, makes it a 4, but not a 5, so he's going to have to hold at second base. But an RBI single for Dozier makes it 2-0. Now the strat computer says Cole Hamels is tired. He can face 23 batters. He has faced, let's see, he's faced 25. So yeah, he is tired, but he can stay in there unless he hits one of his fatigue checks. So they're trying to get him through the inning if possible. Michael Taylor, the batter. Bullpen is active for the Cubs, though. They do have activity down there as Carl Edwards Jr. is loosening. Hamels to Taylor. 2-6. And look at that. He found this fatigue roll. That is going to be a base hit. And now Hamels will have to exit because that makes him totally exhausted when he hits that fatigue check. And from second base, everybody scores on the S1. Don't even have to check it. That is a base hit. RBI single. Now Dozier on an S1 to get to third, you got to have a 4. Dozier is a 5, so he makes it to third base as well. So if you're thinking strat, that's a single star on that one. As runners go score and go to third. It is now 4-0 Nationals rather. Wait a minute. I put that in wrong. I messed that up. Let me check the direct entry and fix this. Should be 3-0, not 4-0. Make sure I get this correct. Plus I got to take Cole Hamels out and bring in Carl Edwards Jr. So Dozier goes to third. The score there, it is 3-0. That's the way it should be. But we got a pitching change as Cole Hamels will have to exit after hitting the fatigue check. He will have to go. Let's see where he is in the batting order. He's scheduled to bat 4th. But they're going to bring in Carl Edwards Jr. just to try to get him out of this inning. So Carl Edwards Jr. will be coming on to face Scherzer, the pitcher, who's up next. So Scherzer is up next. Let's do the totals here on, well, we'll do the total for Hamels after the inning is over. Probably easier. But Edwards is on to pitch to Scherzer with 2 on and 2 out. He does have a balk chance, so we'll roll for strategy. Nothing happening. So Edwards to Scherzer. 3-4. 3-4 is a strikeout chance, and he got him to end the inning. So Edwards comes in and strikes out Scherzer. to take care of things. But damage already done. 3 runs for the Nationals in this game. 2 this inning, as the Nationals get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. At the end of 6, it is Washington 3 and the Cubs nothing. We'll finish the totals here on Hamels. He goes 5 2/3, and he's going to give up 3 runs, which were all earned. He's going to give up 7 hits. And let's see about walks and strikeouts. He walked 2. Well, let's go to the box score. It's easier. It does the work for me instead of having me to calculate things. So by going to the box score from this game so far, Hamels walked 2, struck out 6. And of course, he is saddled with the loss unless the Cubs rally. He would drop to 5 2. So we go to the top of the 7th. And Scherzer can face 26 batters, so he's still good. He has faced a total of 23, so he's around the brink. This is probably going to be his last inning. He'll be facing Descalso, Hayward, and Almora. And if anybody gets on, they'd have a pinch hitter for Edwards. So we'll see how it goes. Scherzer to Descalso. He's 0 for 2. Is Descalso. 2-6 strikeout chance, make him 0 for 3. As Scherzer gets the K and rings him up. Strikeout for Scherzer. Brings up Descalso. Brings up Hayward, who is also, well, he's 1 for 2. He got a single his last time. 1-1, possible error on a ground ball. Hayward, 2-3 is a single. That's a 20, so there's no error, but it will be a single for Hayward. He's now 2 for 3 in the ball game. And that'll bring up Almora. Hayward has a 1 attempt. See if he can get a jump. He can, but the question is down 3-0. Do you want to take the chance? He does run as a 15, 16. It'd be a 1-18 to steal it. I guess they'll go ahead and send him because they want to get a guy in scoring position. 1-18, he steals it. And he does. So stolen base for Hayward. Second stolen base for the Cubs in this game. As the combination of Scherzer and Suzuki not working out very well as far as holding the runners. So runner in scoring position for Alberto Almora. Scherzer 1-5, and against a right-hander, that's a walk chance. 12, though, is too much, so Almora gets to swing. 3-2, it's a grounder to first. That'll get the runner to third. Might have been a double play had he not stolen second base, but instead it's just a ground out to third with the runner advancing. And now with 2 outs, we need a pinch hitter for Carl Edwards. And let's see who the Cubs want to go to off the bench. They do have 1 switch hitter, Caratini, and they have 3 right-handers, Russell, Sagunas, and Bodie. And it looks like they're going to go to, well, you hate to use your backup catcher as a pinch hitter because then if your catcher gets hurt for some reason, you can really be in bad shape. They're going to go with David Bodie. So Bodie is the pinch hitter for Carl Edwards here in the top of the 7th. So Bodie is on, runner at third, 2 down for Scherzer. He is now tired. He has faced 26 batters, so if he hits a fatigue roll, they will take effect from him being fatigued. But here is Bodie. Let me make sure on the computer that I put Bodie in there. Batting for Carl Edwards. All right, here we go. Scherzer, 4-1, and he hit the fatigue roll right on schedule. He hit the fatigue roll. That will be a base hit, and he will have to come out of the game automatically because he hit the fatigue roll. So Hayward scores on the RBI single by Bodie, and that will mean that Scherzer has to be removed, and they will go to the bullpen for left-hander Jennings to face the lefty Schwarber. So Jennings will be coming on to face Schwarber. Jennings, a supposed lefty specialist, didn't get many opportunities. Only pitched 4 2/3 innings in 8 games. He only has 4 2/3. Go figure. All right, so it's going to be Jennings coming in, and not what Dave Martinez wanted to have to do, but he's been put in a position where he has to do this. So Jennings is aboard to pitch, and if we look at Jennings' numbers, let's see what Jennings is doing here on the... In fact, it's not telling me. Let's see. He's only pitched 1 inning cumulative with 4 hits and 4 walks and 2 strikeouts. No earned run average, but he's been shaky in the few times he's been in there. That's why they haven't used him very much. But now's the time, I guess, to do it. Lefty on lefty. No strategy role. I don't think. Let's see. Bodie, can he steal? Bodie's got an attempt of 1, so see if he can get a jump. He cannot. So Jennings to Schwarber, lefty on lefty. 1-3, and that's a straight out single. S1, that's a base hit. So S1 to get to third, you need a base run rating of 4. Bodie is a 4, so he will take third base. And now you can see why Jennings doesn't stay in there very long, giving up these hits. But they're going to try it one more time against Chris Bryant. Still a 3-1 lead. Schwarber, can he get a jump? He's got an attempt of 1. Nothing happening. So Jennings to Bryant. 6-6, that's a strikeout plus, and he got him. So how about that? Jennings comes through in the clutch and strikes out a tough Chris Bryant to end the inning. So Jennings goes 1/3 of an inning, gives up a hit and gets a strikeout. The run for the Cubs is charged to Scherzer. So for the Cubs, it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. So let's look at the totals here on Scherzer as soon as we get a new pitcher in the game for the Cubs. And with the top of the order, it will be a right-hander coming in for the Cubs. And it's going to be Brad Brock. So Brad Brock is on to pitch for the Cubs. And now we can go to the box score and get the totals for Max Scherzer on the game. And according to the box score, Scherzer, 6 2/3, 6 hits, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 9. So he now has 99 strikeouts for the season. All right. So now for the Cubbies, they will turn to Brad Brock. He is now on and will face the top of the order. Edwards pitches 1/3 of an inning and got a strikeout. So he did face 1 batter and struck him out. He faced Scherzer. So now we got the top of the order for the Nationals in a 3-1 game. As Take Me Out to the Ball games have been played in the 7th inning stretch. And we are ready for Trey Turner against Brad Brock. Brock on the replay is 0-3 with a 3.07 ERA and no saves. So he's definitely performing better than his 5.47 ERA is showing there. Turner 0-3, looking for maybe something better against a different pitcher. 1-4, and against a right-hander, it's split chance here. It's a strikeout. So Turner will strike out number 1. It's Brad Brock, tough against the right-hander, and that's why he's in there. He's tough against the righties. Here's Victor Robles. 5-4. Again, another strikeout chance, but 13 is too much. So we go to Robles. 3-5, he will line it to short. Baez right there, 2 down. And that sends us to Anthony Rendon. The red-hot Rendon. He's homered and doubled. Brock, 3-5. And that's a strikeout plus, though. So Brad Brock against those right-handers is tough. He gets the strikeout. to end the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Brock. Here in the 7th, we go to the 8th inning. 3-1 in favor of the Nationals. And now with Rizzo up, they're going to let Jennings, actually they're going to keep Jennings in there and pitch to Rizzo. And then after Rizzo, with the righties coming up, Wander Suero is already loose and ready in the bullpen. So actually for Jennings, he's going to get one more batter face. So actually this is incorrect. It's premature to put that little thing there. He is still in the game to face the left-hander Rizzo. So they're going to let Jennings pitch to Rizzo, but this is his last batter no matter what he does. Strike him out, anything. This is his last batter. 1-1, and that's a straight-up single to Rizzo, so that's going to do it. It gives him his second hit that he's allowed. Now Suero is going to come on for the Nationals. Wander Suero will be on to face Javi Baez. So that's going to be all for Mr. Jennings. And now Suero will be coming on. And on the season replay, Wander Suero checks in. 0-0 with a 4.08 ERA and 1 save. Rizzo has a jump rating of 1, +1 from Suero makes it a 2. But he cannot get a jump. So now Suero will pitch to Baez. 3-2. That's a walk chance to a right-hander, and he's a 5, +1 is a 6. That's a 5. It's a walk. So Suero walks the first batter he faces, and the National bullpen running through some issues once again as they can't seem to find a good answer. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Suero to Contreras. 4-1 is another walk plus, so that will load the bases. Suero walks both batters he faces. And things are getting from bad to worse, as now the bases are loaded with nobody out. And what do you do now? You got a couple of lefties coming up. And you really don't want to go to Matt Grace. He's not very good, but I think you don't have much of a choice because Suero's walking people left and right. So Suero walks both batters he faces. He doesn't get anybody out. He is going to be responsible for both runners. 2 of the 3 runners are his responsibility. And now Matt Grace is going to come on to see if he can get out of the inning. Get out of this jam. Bases loaded and nobody out. Not an enviable position to be in. But Jennings and Suero put them there. And that's what can happen when you have a bad bullpen. So Matt Grace gets the call. Nationals fans kind of cringing at that call, but you got to play the percentages. Suero wasn't getting it done. So now Descalso is up. You could pinch hit with Russell. And I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to call back Descalso, and they're going to bring in Addison Russell as a pinch hitter. Bringing a right-hander, he does much better against lefties. So Addison Russell, and he will stay in the game to play second base. So Addison Russell, as the wheels turn in both dugouts, Addison Russell is the pinch hitter, and he will stay in the game to play second base. And both managers trying to match wits, the teacher and the pupil, as the genius, of course, is the mentor of Dave Martinez. So Addison Russell is on. Check Grace for a strategy roll. He does have a chance for a pickoff. No pickoff. So now infield, let's see what they want to do with the infield. They're going to bring the infield. They're going to play back at halfway. They need outs. If they can get 2 outs, they'll give up a run. So they're going to play halfway. Grace, 6-5 is a range play at the ballpark. Addison Russell, 2-2 is a ground ball to second, but with them playing halfway, Dozier's down to a 1. So his range is only a 1. And he can't get it. It's a base hit, S4. It's going to turn to an S4. And let's see, Rizzo scores automatically. I imagine Baez will score as well. Let's check his run rating. Baez's run rating is a 5, so he will score as well. It's a 2-run single, and we got a tie game. That takes the win away from Scherzer as the bullpen once again blows it. Let's see what Contreras does. He's a 3 to get from first to third on an S4. All you need is a 3, so he makes it to third. So 2-run single, 2-run pinch hit single by Addison Russell, and the genius looked like a genius there, bringing in the pinch hitter and the pinch hitter getting the job done. We are tied at 3, so we close the book on Jennings now. He does allow the run, so I have to adjust this because he walked Rizzo to start the inning, so he is responsible for the run. So Jennings actually does allow a run. Suero's responsible for the other 2 runners that scored, or other runner that scored, but he's also responsible for Contreras. So if Contreras scores, that would be 2. If not, I'll erase it. But right now, let's look at Hayward against Grace. Russell, strategy roll for Russell. His base running rating or attempt rating is a 1, -1 from Grace, but there is a chance for a pickoff. And there's no pickoff. So Hayward to Grace, and now the infield. Boy, how do you want to play this? Tough call. Runner on third, Contreras, is a 3. If you play the infield in and drops him to a 1, it would pretty much hold him there. So they're going to play the infield in. 5, 6. And that's a double question mark against a lefty. 1 to 15 is a single. That's a 7. That's a base hit. And so the run does score, and then we can close the book on Suero now with the 2 runs. That is a single. And the bullpen implosion is now complete. Let's see about Russell getting to third on an S1. You need a 4 to do so. And he is a 4, so he will make third base. And there's still nobody out. Cubs have come all the way back, taking a 4-3 lead on the National bullpen. And Jennings, Suero, and Grace, none of them have proven to be effective. So they're going to have to pull Grace out of there because he's not getting the job done either. But, I mean, when you look in the bullpen, who are you really going to go to? That's the question. They're going to go now to Eric Fetty. Eric Fetty will be coming on to try to get out of this mess. He's usually more the one that would start an inning, but they're going to go ahead and go to him here to see if he can get out of this inning. Grace doesn't get anybody out either. Faces 2 batters, gives up 2 hits. Both runners on base are his responsibility. So it will be Almora. Almora would be the next man up, and Brad Brock is on deck next, so they'll pinch it for him as well. So let's bring in Mr. Fetty, see what he can do, if anything. Fetty, on the season, hasn't pitched all that much. He's 1-0 with a 1.42 ERA in just 6 innings of pitching. He's got his work cut out for him here, as we got runners on the corners, nobody out. Almora has an attempt of Hayward, rather, not Almora. Hayward has an attempt of 1. +1's a 2. Nothing happening there. Do you play the infield in or do you play the infield back? I think you still have to play the infield in. 3-4. 3-4 is a range play, so if it's to the infielders, they're going to lose 2 on their range. So let's see what Almora does. 1-5, it's a ground ball to third. Rendon's a 4, but that drops him to a 2. 1-2. And he does make the catch. He does make the play on that ground ball. That will freeze the runner at third. Russell's a 4. He drops to a 2. He drops to a 2. And actually, they're going to send him home. So the throw will come home. 1-2, and he scores. 3, 4, 5, 6. He's out at the plate, but they avoid a double play chance. And he scores. How about that? They threw home, but it's going to be a fielder's choice. Even though the infield was in, Russell with his speed was still able to beat it. The tag came in late. Everybody advances. That run is charged to Grace. Fielder's choice, but nobody's out. That's the whole problem. Fielder's choice, and everybody is safe. And now what do? We got Brad Brock coming up, but you got a pinch hitter now for Brad Brock. And they will go to, let's see who they want to go to now. They've got either, well, they've already used Russell on the pinch hitting here. So we got Caratini or Segunas. Looks like they're going to go to Caratini, leaving Segunas as the only pinch hitter on the bench. So Caratini will pinch hit here. And there's still nobody out. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Infield desperately would like a double play if they can get one. This game has gotten away from them. 4 runs already here in the 8th, and they're not done yet as the bases have 2 on base and nobody out. Fetty will check for a pickoff. Nothing happening. Here's Caratini. Fetty to Caratini, 6-1. Caratini's a switch hitter, so that's a blank. If we used Segunas, that would have been a star line, but with the lefty, it's a blank. Caratini gets the swing. 4-6, star 2, ground ball to third, could be a double play. First we have to see if it's hit down the line or in the hole. And the die says it's a 3, which means it is right at third base. So choice of force only at third or try for second to first double play. So we could do either one. He could get the guarantee force at third, or he could try for the double play. His double play range is a 3, plus 1 is a 4, and then the halfway makes him a 5. So they're going to go and go for the second to first double play. Anything other than a 6, and it will be a double play. And it's a 5, but they barely got it, but they did get it. Now Hayward does go to third, but it's a 5-4-3 double play for 2 quick outs, which they desperately needed. So desperate times there. 5-4-3. So that makes it 2 down now. And a runner at third. Game still within reach at 5-3. It's not out of reach yet, so they really need to get out of this. Almora, the batter. 8th man to bat in the, I'm sorry, not Almora. I don't know where I had Almora in there from. It's actually Schwarber. Schwarber is the batter because Caratini just hits. Now we're back at the top of the order for Schwarber. Facing Fetty. Nothing on the pickoff. Here's Fetty to Schwarber. 4-1. That's a strikeout chance. 9. Got him. Out on strike. So Fetty did a really nice job coming in there. They unfortunately got a run against him on the fielder's choice, but then they got the double play and a strikeout. That's about the best you're going to do. As Fetty was able to stem the tide a bit, keep the Nationals in the game. It's 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And we will need a new pitcher for the Nationals. I'm sorry, for the Cubs, rather. Let's do the totals here, the ugly totals. 4 runs on just 3 hits. No errors and 1 left. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 5-3 Cubbies. And we need a new pitcher as Brock had to be pinch hit for. So Brock went 1 inning, struck out 2, gave up nothing else. And now we're going to have, for the Cubs, it looks like there's going to be Brandon Kinsler, the right-hander, is coming on. So Brandon Kinsler is on. Former Nat, Brandon Kinsler. And he'll be facing Kendrick, Soto, and Suzuki. So Kinsler is on to pitch, and Addison Russell takes over at second base. All right, so now we are ready. Kendrick. Nationals now down 5-3. They once led 3-0, but then the bullpen came along. So here we go. Kinsler, 6-6 range play. We go to Kendrick's card for the range play. 5-5. That is a ground ball to short. Range of Baez is a 4. 1-4, Baez has it. He does not. It's a base hit, sneaks it right by him. So here come the Nationals trying to come back. Kendrick has an attempt of 1, but it's a -1 from Kinsler, so nothing's happening. There will be a pickoff chance. Nothing happening. Here's Soto. Kinsler, 4-3. Now he's not tired, so there's no single there. Go to Soto. 6-5, that's star 2, which is a ground ball to second. Could be a double play. He's a 2. Plus the 1 is a 3. Baez pivot is a 1. That's a 4. Plus they're halfway, makes it a 5. 1-5, it's a double play. And that's exactly what we have, 4-6-3. And that kind of took the starch out of everything. Ultimate definition of a rally killer. 2 quick outs. And that brings up Suzuki. Kinsler, 4-2. Strikeout chance, too high. Suzuki gets the swing. 4-1. And against a right-hander, that's a fly to center. Ends the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. Kinsler pitches 1 inning and is giving up 1 hit and nothing else. His day is done. He's a 1-inning pitcher. He's out of there. We go to the 9th. Still 5-3 Cubs. And Fetty still going to come back out there. He can face 8 batters, so he's definitely not tired. Fetty will be on to face Bryant, Rizzo, and Baez, due up for the Cubbies. So let's see, that was a fly to center is what that last out was. Okay, top of the 9th we go. Fetty back out to face Chris Bryant. 5-3 Cubs to start the 9th. 2-6 strikeout chance. That's a 1. He got him. So Fetty continues his good pitching. He's going to get more playing time or more pitching time out of the bullpen, I can tell you that, as he seems to be the only one that can get anybody out. Here's Rizzo. 5-6 possible error. 5-1. That's a ground ball to first. There's no error there. It's a 3-1 put out, as Kendrick will flip to Fetty for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down, and that's going to bring up Javi Baez. 1-3, and that's an automatic star line, automatic out. See what the out is. To 3, which is a ground ball to short. So that's going to do it for Fetty. He goes 3 up, 3 down there. He's going to end up going 2 innings and striking out 2, not giving up anything. But it's still a 5-3 Cubs lead as we go to the bottom of the 9th. And Steve Cishek will be coming on to try to close the deal for the Cubs. Steve Cishek. So let's bring in Mr. Cishek. And Cishek on the season is 1-1 with 4 saves and an 0.84 ERA. So definitely an impressive replay for the Mr. Cishek. He will be on to face Dozier, Taylor, and Scherzer. Now, of course, we do have some pinch hitters that might be coming in. Not Scherzer, a pinch hitter here. So we got Eaton and Parra available as well. So we're going to have Dozier lead off, and I think for Taylor, they're going to have Eaton pinch hit for Taylor. And then we're going to have Parra pinch hit for the pitcher. Pitch hitter Fetty. He's going to pinch hit for Fetty. But for right now, it's Dozier to start things off. He is 2 for 3 against Mr. Cishek. 2-4, strikeout chance, 10 is too high. So we go to Dozier. 6-5, he's going to line it hard, but right to short, and Baez makes the catch. 1 down. Now we got a pinch hitter. First one coming up is Adam Eaton. He will be on to pinch hit. for Michael Taylor. And Eaton on the replay is hitting .275, 6 homers, and 28 driven in. And he will pinch hit for Mr. Eaton. And the Baby Shark Gerardo Parra is on deck. So here's Eaton against Cishek. 2-5, and that's a range play. So we go to Eaton's card for the range check. 2-1, it's a liner to short. Range of Baez is a 4. And Baez snags it. Second line out in a row to short. So Baez, Johnny on the spot. 2 up and 2 down, and now it's all up to the Baby Shark, Gerardo Parra, as he's coming on to pinch hit. For the pitcher, Fetty. Gerardo Parra. And for Parra, he's hitting .245, a homer, and 9 runs driven in. That's combined with San Francisco and Washington. Cishek to Parra. 1-5, that's the ballpark card. We're going to Nationals Park. 6-4, question mark 9, up through a 15 is a home run. That's a 15. It is gone. Gerardo Parra, a pinch hit home run. Baby, baby, baby shark. Baby, baby, baby shark. I heard that's coming back. I hope not, but I heard it was coming back now that places are opening back up again. But Gerardo Parra, a pinch hit home run, and all of a sudden now it is a 5-4 game. Tying run is now at the plate in Trey Turner. Cishek can face 4 batters. This is his 4th batter. Joe Madden's gone out to visit Cishek to settle him down and let him know he's got to get the rest of this, get this 3rd out and get out of here. Start the series off the right way as far as the Cubs are concerned. Here's Turner, though. He's 0 for 4. Talk about somebody that's due. Trey Turner is definitely due. Here's Cishek to Turner. 5-1. It's a walk plus. He's going to walk Trey Turner. And that's bad news because Trey Turner can run. And now that means Cishek is also tired. But I think they're going to try to keep him in there. Let's look at the attempt. He's got an attempt of 6. -1 is a 5. 9, he cannot steal. So Trey Turner cannot steal. It's going to be Robles. And talk about somebody that needs a hit bad. It's Robles. But the only people they have on the bench remaining are Gomes and Sanchez, and they're no better than Robles is. So I think you're kind of stuck with Robles here. And they're going to stick with Cishek even though he's tired. They're going to stick with him. Strategy roll. Oh, I already did the strategy roll. So now Cishek to Robles. 2-1. Strikeout plus, and he got him. Ball game is over. Cishek survives and gets the save in the 9th for the Nationals. 1 run on the home run by Parra. 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Cishek does get the save despite giving up the homer. So Robles, big time, tough outing there. So let's look at the box score and get our totals, as the first game of the series is now in the books. So the Cubs win it 5-4. For the Cubs, 5 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. They left on 8. For the Nationals, 4 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. They left on 7. Winning pitcher is Brad Brock. And Brock gets his first win of the season. He's now 1-3. The losing pitcher, Wander Suero, he's 0-1. And the save goes to Steve Cishek. And for him, that is save number 5. So there you have it. From Nats Park, Cubs win it 5-4. Take the first game of the 3-game series. Nationals now drop to 26-18. Cubs improve to 25-17. Game 1 of 3 is in the books. Game 4 of 6 of the homestands in the books. 2 more games on the homestand against the Cubs. And the next game will be John Lester against Steven Strasburg. So Hope you enjoyed that presentation of Inside Pitch Washington Nationals style. And until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.